Oh man, oh.
I'm so pumped for today. Get ready for some epic eats because we are taking you behind the scenes of our Tamaki Makaurau Auckland phenomenon, Broke Boy Taco. Let's head and meet the founder and creator, Sean. Hi! We finally get to meet.
How are you?
It's going to be an epic day. I've been wanting to eat these tacos for so long. I'm going to take you behind the scenes. We're going to meet Broke Boy himself, Sean Yarborough, and we're going to eat a whole heap of really good food. Tell me about the name, Broke Boy.
Yeah, Broke Boy. So whenever I started, I was kind of just like, I moved here and then I started hanging out with some people that kind of felt like dang, I ain't never hung out like with this many like rich type of people before, you know? And it really took me from Kentucky, being born and raised one of the poorest states in America. It took me kind of coming here to be like, you know, dang, I don't really relate to a lot of people in Auckland that I was hanging out with that kind of come from money and stuff. So I just felt like I really resonate with you know, being broke and you know, being poor all my life, and I kind of just embraced that and accepted it, and you know, just called it Broke Boy, I guess. Yeah. Such
a great name. So let's rewind for people who've never had birria tacos.
Yeah.
What are they?
It's like a slow cooked beef or lamb or goat. I think it was originally goat. It's just slow cooked in like you take dried peppers and you blend them into a paste, and then you know, you'll get your seasonings and you'll cook it for all like 8 hours. Beef stock, seasonings and stuff. Cook it for 8 hours, and yeah. It's like a Mexican stew almost. Yeah.
And then it turns into this just really rich and decadent thing that you put on top of tacos, and you've got like all of the trimmings, cheese, onion, coriander, orange sauce, orange sauce.
Yeah. Which isn't usually on birria.
No.
But I did that as kind of my signature. You know, I did that as my signature because I was like, ain't nobody else do this. I'm gonna start doing it because I liked it. I thought it was yummy. And now other places are putting orange sauce on their birria.
No,
I swear.
Thing. Orders in. We ordered a plate of 4 tacos. We've made it super, so the avocado and the sour cream on top. Got a couple of beers on the table, and the birria ramen is coming as well. So why tacos?
Tacos for me, well, how it kind of went down is I was working at this place called Ralph's on Dominion Road, and my boss, Mikey, was like, he was like, hey man, you know, what do you miss most about America? And I was like, I miss Mexican food, bro. And he was like, do you know how to cook them? I was like, yeah. So I showed up the next day and I was like, what y'all want? And he was like, tacos. So I just cooked some tacos, and then he was like, bro, he was like, you gotta like quit your job. You gotta sell these. Like, people will buy this. And I was like, for real? And he's like, bro, people will buy this here. I'm like, and then I was like, how do I do that though? I ain't got nothing, man. And he was like, well, we close on Sundays. Why don't you pull up here on Sundays and just sell your tacos, and then whatever you make, you keep. I was like, oh, hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Orders up. Oh, yeah. Look at this food. It is visually stunning. You just want to dive face first into this plate of tacos. And I love what Sean's doing here. He's doing one thing, essentially, and doing it really well.
Yeah, I moved to San Fran in like 2010, and yeah, I moved out there and was just cooking. I was cooking the entire time. I was there for 11 years, and yeah, learning the tricks of the trade. I didn't even realize that I was learning the tricks of the trade until I moved here, and I was like, hold on a minute, I know how to cook some stuff y'all might not know how to cook, so. Yeah.
Right, tacos are a big deal in California.
Yeah, huge. Even in San Francisco, even more. Burritos. Yeah.
I've had a mission burrito.
So good, eh?
So good.
Yeah.
So a birria taco is made up of the tortilla, cheese, the birria, red onion, coriander, and then you can make it super, which is what we've done with this plate, and it comes with this special orange sauce, sour cream, and avocado, and a bit of consomme on the side, so you dip the taco into the consomme. And then we've got, check this out, a hefty pot of birria ramen. So the noodles in there, the birria, the orange sauce, coriander, red onion, that smells amazing. And then to wash it all down, Broke Boy Lager. So Broke Boy Taco started as a pop-up.
Yeah. I didn't start, well, I didn't have nothing, like I said, so I was like, what do I do? What are the first steps? Because I've never done this before. And I was like, well, I need something to cook on, right? So I said, why don't I just cook on why don't I just get a hot plate on Trade Me? They were like $200, a little electric hot plate that you just plug in. So I bought one of them, and then I just carried it around to different restaurants. And I was like, hey, are you guys closed on Sunday? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, hey, listen, I got this hot plate. If I can bring it in, I'll cook some of my food, and then I'll give you all let's say 15% of anything I make. So they were like, all right. And then that's just how it started. Yeah.
And then now, look at this.
And then now, we in my second shop. Yeah.
It's nuts.
It's crazy.
Whoa. Holy moly. That is sensational. The meat is so rich. It is flavor packed. It just has so much depth. It is the hero of that. This is not a traditional recipe. He's tweaked it, made it his own. The gravy is rich. What I love is the mozzarella around the edges of the tortilla that's gone all crispy on that hot plate, so you get a bit of crunch. It's so balanced. Every ingredient on that taco belongs there. Supering it up means that you've got the creaminess of the avocado, the creamy tartness of that sour cream. It works through that meat. You've got that zing of the red onion, the freshness of the coriander, the crispy tortilla, the cheesiness. It's blowing me away. So, hot plate from Trade Me, and then you just grew on social. Everyone was talking about you and your food.
Yeah, which is crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. So how it kind of came about is I was doing this pop-up at this place called Ponsonby Social Club, and then I used to make epazote and mushroom and achiote chicken tacos, and I used to make it all. And then one day I was like, man, I'm just obsessed with birria. I'm just obsessed. It's really all I care about. I don't really care about the chicken and the veggie ones. I'm just obsessed with birria. I'm just constantly trying to make it better and taste it, and trying to crack the code. And I was like, man, I'm just gonna only do birria. And everybody I talked to was like, don't do that. Don't do that, you're gonna ruin it. You can't only offer one thing, beef, veggie eaters won't come, chicken eaters won't come. And I was like, man, I don't care. I don't care. And so I kind of rebranded myself in the middle of it. And I was like, to rebrand, I asked, because it was just me and one other person, one other chef that I hired. And I was like, hey bro, take my phone, record me just making this new stuff. So I had him record me making this new stuff. I think I put some Cypress Hill as the music behind it. And then I posted it to TikTok. And then I went to sleep, and then the next morning I woke up, had hundreds of messages. I was like, what is going on? So I opened it, and it had that video had overnight 250K views.
Wow.
And I was like, oh no. So I showed up to Ponsonby Social Club that day. We opened at 5. And then I was making I don't know, my typical like 15 kg beef.
Yeah.
And then by 3 p.m. there was a line. We opened at 5. So I was like, oh no, what is happening? And then by 5, the line was wrapped around the block.
Oh my
There was
God.
people recording me. And I was just like, what? And then since then on out, it's just been, I feel like anytime I walk around, people know me.
Yeah.
People, hey, bro, boy, hey.
And you've had some really exciting investment into the business, eh?
Yeah. Israel Adesanya, big shout out, Izzy. Yeah, he kind of hit me up. He used to be like my customer. I used to just see him standing in line. I was like, oh my God, what is happening? Izzy is just standing in line waiting for my food. But yeah, we kind of exchanged numbers, and I was like, bro, just take my number. Like whenever you want some food, just text me. And he texted me one day and was just like, hey, yo, man, like, are you trying to open next door? I heard you was trying to open next door. I'm like, yeah. He's like, you need some money? And I was like, hell yeah. Shit. And then, so we was talking, we kind of came to an agreement, like how much and all that. We came to an agreement. It took like a couple months or whatever. But then, yeah, we shook hands. I signed it, we shook hands, and we're business partners. So it's rad too, because all the Adesanyas are just so lovely. Like, I've had people try to invest before, like accountants and people that work at banks and stuff, and I'm just like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't want that type of vibe.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm good. But,
and he clearly is like a fan and loves what you're doing.
He sees the vision, man. He knows it's all love, and I just want to make the best tacos in New Zealand and make them taste the best and make them look the best. Yeah.
This is a really heavy pot of noodles. It's hefty and far out. That looks good. And it tastes incredible. Again, that birria is blowing me away. It is tender, just flavoursome. And then you've got those bouncy noodles. It's just something that you want to hold and just shove in. You spoke before about this being a love letter to Mexico.
Yeah.
And like haters being like, who are you to be making our food?
Yeah.
What do you say to that?
I mean, look, it's just out of respect. You know, like I said, it's my love letter to Mexico, and it's just something I really enjoy eating, and I enjoy making it, and that's why I do it. You know, I'm apparently good at it, and people love doing what they're good at, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
Best birria tacos I have ever eaten. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you thought of this video. Come here, eat these tacos.